The next question we are reaching is A21. It's a very small, easy question of 2 marks. Product Z has profit volume ratio of 28%. So PV ratio 28%. Fixed operating cost attributable to product Z during quarter 2 is 2,80,000. Fixed cost bracket quarterly 2,80,000. Compute sales revenue to achieve quarterly profit of 70,000. Profit desired is also quarterly. Now carefully note that if one thing was annual, I would have brought them at same level. But they are already at same level, so there is no problem here. I am applying simply sales revenue to earn desired fixed profit formula. Fixed cost plus profit divide by PV ratio. It is very simple. 2,80,000 plus 70,000 divide by 28%. 3,50,000 divide by 0.28. 3,50,000 divided by 0.28. This is rupees 12,50,000. There is no need to convert anything into annual or anything because quarterly is wanted in the question. You are given quarterly fixed cost, quarterly profit desired, quarterly sale is what you are expected to calculate. That sale is 12,50,000 rupees. That is a complete 2 marks easy question. This was 821. Next question, A22. This A22 is another simple question. MNP sold 2,75,000 units of product. Units 2,75,000. Selling price per unit 37.50. Variable cost per unit 17.50. Its detail are also given: manufacturing 4, 3.50 selling. If there is any change or something, then we can consider. Otherwise, I have sufficient information in 17.50. Fixed cost incurred 35 lakh. It includes depreciation 15 lakhs, means cash fixed cost 20 lakh is included. No inventories are there. It's good no inventories are there. I go part by part now. Part 1. Compute break-even sale quantity. Quantity is wanted. So, break-even point in units, fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. 35 lakh divide by 20 per unit. How did I get 20? 37.50 minus 17.50. From there I am getting 20 per unit. Once I divide, I get 1,75,000 units. Now another thing wanted in part 1 only. Cash break-even point. We have not talked this concept at all. It was surprise to people who appeared in that particular exam. It's derived from this only. Cash break-even point units is equal to cash fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. That is why depreciation was given. So that you can deduct depreciation from fixed cost to get the cash fixed cost. Cash fixed cost is 20 lakh divided by 20 per unit. 1 lakh units. Cash break even is always lower than the normal break-even point, because you are recovering lesser fixed costs. You are only recovering cash fixed costs. You are not trying to recover the depreciation in this. Rare concept. This is a rare question where it has been asked. It is not there anywhere else. Just remember the little bit of concept here only. Part 2. PV ratio. Contribution per unit divided by selling price per unit into 100. 20 divided by 37.5 into 100. 20 divided by 37.5 into 100. 53.33 % is PV ratio. Very simple so far. Part 3. Estimate number of units that must be sold to earn EBIT of 2,50,000. Sale to earn desired fixed profit. Sale to earn DFP is equal to fixed cost plus DFP divide by, he wants units, so divide by contribution per unit. Fixed cost, it's not cash fixed cost, it is total fixed cost that we started with, 35 lakh plus 2,50,000 divide by 20 per unit. 37,50,000 divide by 20 per unit. 1,87,500 units. It's not per unit, it's units. This is part 3. Again, very simple. I reach part 4. Estimate sale level to achieve after tax income 2,50,000. Assume 40% income tax rate. Now remember, my desired fixed profit is before tax, not after tax. So after tax has to be converted into before tax. Let profit before tax be X. X into 1 minus 0.40 is equal to profit after tax 2,50,000. So X equal 2,50,000 divided by 0.6. This becomes 4,16,666.67. If I am going to earn before tax 4,16,666.67, then only I am going to get after tax of 2,50,000. So now I put the formula. Sales to earn DFP. Now it is in revenue now. It is not in units. He is not wanting units. He says sales level. So I am going to compute in rupees. Fixed cost plus desired fixed profit divided by PV ratio. So 35 lakh plus 4,16,666.67 whole divided by 0.5333 till the end. Numerator I am getting is 39,16,666.67 divided by 0.5333 dash dash dash. What I am getting is rupees 73,43,750. That is the answer of this part. Little bit to think is only in this fourth part. First three parts were quite simple to understand. Here also you need to get before tax profit from after tax profit given in question. So once you get before tax profit, it is as good as sale to earn desired fixed profit formula. This was question A22. Next one, question A23. Another small question. PV ratio given 50%. Margin of safety given 40%. Company sold sale units 500. Sales is rupees 5 lakh. From there I can get selling price per unit if I want. That is rupees 1000. Derived data. Now I go part by part. Part 1 wants. Break-even point is what is desired there. Now what I can do, analyze MOS percentage. 40 equal MOS rupees divide by 5 lakh into 100. So MOS in rupees 2 lakh. From there I can get break-even point in rupees is equal to actual sales minus break-even sales in rupees, because this is in rupees. 2 lakh equal 5 lakh minus break-even point in rupees. Break-even point is equal to rupees 3 lakh. Now, alternatively, I can get break-even point in units also. From here also I can get 3 lakh divided by 1000. 300 units. Or alternatively, margin safety percentage 40% I apply on units. Actual units are known. From there I'll get MOS in units. From MOS in units, I can get actual sale units minus break-even sale units. You'll get same. You can try alternatively. You'll get same. Break-even point in units is 300. Part 2. Sale in units to earn profit of 10% on sale. Now, profit of 10% on sale makes it variable profit again. So, desired profit 10% on sales implies 100 per unit. 1000 per unit is selling price. 10% of that 100 per unit. Sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost is equal to profit. Let such units be X. 1000X minus, because profit volume ratio was 50%, 50% is contribution, 50% will be variable cost. 500X variable cost minus fixed cost. Fixed cost we have not computed so far. So let us compute fixed cost. Break-even point in rupees 3 lakh is equal to fixed cost divided by 50% PV ratio. Fixed cost is 1,50,000. Should be equal to profit 100x. Now this is important equation. Basic equation we keep applying again and again. 400x is equal to 1,50,000. X equal 375 units. That is the answer. There can be multiple ways of doing, but answer will be same. If answer is different, you are doing something fundamentally incorrect. You are having some error in your solving if you are getting an alternative answer. Alternative way of doing is acceptable. Alternative answer is not possible. So make it sure this is one of the easier way that I am using. Still you can use alternative way, but answer will be same 375 units. This was complete A23. Next one, question A24. Again some basic data given. You're given sale units. Selling price per unit 200. PV ratio 25%, implies contribution per unit 50, variable cost per unit becomes 150. Break-even point 50% of sales, implies 12,000 units. Part 1. Fixed cost to be computed. Break-even point in units equal fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. So 12,000 units, fixed cost divided by 50. From there I get fixed cost equal rupees 6 lakh. That is the first part answer. Second part. Profit earned in this year. Sales 24,000 into 200. Variable cost 24,000 into 150. So I got contribution 24,000 into 50. 12 lakh rupees. Minus fixed cost 6 lakh. Profit is also bound to be 6 lakh. Nothing difficult. Only income statement being prepared. First part was fixed cost computed from break-even point. Second part is profit for the year. Part 3. Units to be sold to earn target net profit 11 lakh for the year. Sales to earn DFP in units. Fixed cost plus DFP whole divided by contribution per unit. So fixed cost 6 lakh plus 11 lakh desired fixed profit whole divided by contribution per unit of 50. 17 lakh divided by 50, 34,000 units. 34,000 units. Part 4. Number of units to be sold to earn net income 25% on cost. Now he says 25% on cost implies 1/4 on cost is 1/5 on selling price. 20% on selling price. Now the selling price, we started with that, is 200. 200 into 20% implies 40 per unit. 40 per unit is desired profit. Now again the profit is variable nature. I need to apply equation again. Let desired sale units be X. 200X minus 50X. 50X is what? 50X is here variable cost. Sorry, 150X. 150X is here variable cost. Minus fixed cost 6 lakh should be equal to 40X. This becomes 10X is equal to 6 lakh. X equal 60,000 units. Nothing difficult. If you are able to get variable profit, you are going to use equation. In equation, sale minus variable cost minus fixed cost equal profit. So equation is always same. Sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost equal profit. Profit is desired profit. This is the equation used in part 4. Part 5. Selling price per unit is if break-even point is to be brought down by 4,000 units. The word by and to are important to be read. By means original break-even point which we computed at 12,000 units should be brought down by 4,000 units. Means revised break-even point 12,000 minus 4,000, 8,000 units. If it said to 4,000 units, my answer will be different. Now 8,000 units is equal to fixed cost 6 lakh divided by X selling price minus 150 variable cost. I have to solve this equation. If it was reduce break-even point to 4,000 units, then left hand side will be 4,000, not 8,000. So make sure there is a difference. Sometimes authors mix it up. Some books do it wrongly. Sometimes even your institute module does it wrongly. Don't go by wrong one. Reduced to, reduced by. Lots of difference in that. Earlier was 12,000, reduced by 4,000, revised will be 8,000. If it said reduced to 4,000, then it will be 4,000 revised break-even point in that case. 8,000 into 150, 12 lakh equal to 6 lakh. 8,000 x 18 lakh. 18 lakh divided by 8,000. I am getting 225. So 225 per unit is ultimate answer. This is important. Reduced by 4,000 units. If it was reduced to 4,000 units, left hand side will be 4,000 and my answer is bound to be different in that case. This was part 5 of question number A24. Next one is question A25. It gives me fixed cost, variable cost, selling price. A part, it wants break-even point units, fixed cost by contribution per unit. 1,50,000 divided by 15. 1,000 units. break-even point in rupees, fixed cost divided by PV ratio. 1,50,000 divided by 50%. Rupees 3 lakh. Part B. Sale in units to earn desired fixed profit. Fixed cost plus desired fixed profit divided by contribution per unit. 1,50,000 plus 20,000 divided by 15. This is 11,333 units approximately. 334 also you can do. 334 is better. Desired fixed profit of 20,000 at 334. 11,334 units. Sale in rupees to earn desired fixed profit. Denominator is PV ratio. %. Rupees 3,40,000 is perfect answer of part B. Very, very simple 3-4 marks question was there. This was A25. Next one. Question A26. Simplest possible, smallest possible question here. You only need to know what is marginal cost. Marginal cost is equal to variable cost. Cost that changes under marginal costing assumptions is variable cost. So variable cost is 20 rupees. PV ratio 60%. Selling price X minus 20 divided by X into 100 is 60. So X minus 20 is equal to 0.60x. 0.40x is equal to 20. X is equal to 50. That is the answer of this. Nothing difficult. Simplest possible question. Sitting in exam, if you forget what is the meaning of marginal cost, then you will not be able to do this type of question. This is question number A26. Next question we are taking is A27. Question A27. This is also small question, not difficult at all. Ratio of variable cost to sale 70%. This has big implication. PV ratio 30%. If out of 100 rupees selling price, 70 is variable cost, 30 is contribution. 30 of contribution on sale of 100 makes 30% PV ratio. Break-even point is at 60% of capacity sale. Find capacity sale when fixed cost is 90,000. Now let us concentrate on this. Now fixed cost is 90,000. Break-even point in rupees. Fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Key thing is determining PV ratio, which you have done in the beginning, 30%. So that is important. Now we can easily get 90,000 divided by 0.30. 90,000 divided by 0.30. I am getting rupees 3 lakh as break-even sale. Now, 3 lakh is equal to 60% of capacity sales. So capacity sale will become 5 lakh rupees. Capacity sale equal rupees 5 lakh. That is first part. He says compute profit at 75% of capacity sale. 75% of capacity sales is equal to 3,75,000 rupees. Now contribution there, contribution at that level, it is 30% of 3,75,000. 1,12,500 less fixed cost 90,000. What I am getting is 22,500 as profit. Profit is rupees 22,500. That is complete question A27. I hope this much is clear. Question A28. Now focus on this. This is a better question. This is having some information that needs to be interpreted correctly. MOS in rupees 187,500. MOS 3750 units. Break-even point 1250 units, and you are given total cost 193,750. Now what I can get from here? I can get lots of data from here. Before I reach what I am asked to compute, I can get total sale units. If you can look at this formula, MOS in units is equal to actual sale units minus break-even point in units. This is correct first formula we did in MOS. Now this is given 3750. This is what I want to compute. And this is given 1250 units. From there I can get actual sale is 5,000 units. I can also get selling price from there. MOS in rupees divided by MOS in units. That will give me selling price per unit. 187,500 divided by 3750. 187,500 divided by 3750. I'll get 50 per unit. This is what? This is your selling price per unit. Now, I need to get more data, more information there. Somehow, I need to get what? PV ratio or things like that. Let us focus here. Break-even point formula cannot be applied because contribution PV ratio they are missing. Fixed cost cannot be computed. Actual sale in rupees can be computed. Break-even sale can be computed. Actual sale 5,000 into 50. Rupees 2,50,000. MOS 187,500. From there I can get break even sale in rupees 2,50,000 minus 187,500. This is 62,500. So I am able to get part 3 of the question. Break-even sale in rupees 62,500. Now let us somehow get other things. MOS in rupees 187,500 is equal to profit by PV ratio. So one implication I am getting here, at 5,000 units, total cost given 193,750. At break even point units 1250 units, my total cost should be equal to sale revenue at that level 62,500. At break even level, sale amount equal cost amount. From there I can get variable component of cost. Use the segregation formula. So what I am doing, change in cost divided by change in units. That will give me variable component per unit. This is very important part of this question, unique to this question. At 5,000 units, total cost is given. At break even, total cost is equal to sales revenue at that level. So sales revenue at break even level is 62,500 and units are 1250. So I have to compute from there 193,750 minus 62,500 whole divide by 5,000 minus 1250. 193,750 minus 62,500, I am getting is 131,250 divided by 3,750 divided by 3,750. So what I am getting is 35 per unit is variable cost. Once I get there, now everything can be computed. Now whatever question wants, I can calculate everything. First thing is analysis at 5,000 units. I want to get fixed cost also here. Total cost 193,750. Variable cost 35 into 5,000. 1,75,000. Balancing figure is fixed cost 193,750. 18,750 is fixed cost. Fixed cost gives me answer of part 4. Part 1 wants profit. Sales revenue 2,50,000 minus total cost 193,750. It gives me profit of 18,000. Let me compute. 2,50,000 minus 193750. 56,250. This is profit. This is part 1 answer. Lastly, PV ratio. Very simple. Contribution per unit divided by selling price per unit into 100. 50 minus 35. 15 divided by 50 into 100. 30%. This is part 2 answer. This is very good question, different than other questions, something that you need to practice, something that you need to repeatedly do. And there is only one odd small point that you need to take care, how to segregate variable component and fixed component of cost. So you're given something which is total cost at 5,000 units. We have computed total cost at break-even point, which is equal to the break-even sale amount. From there we can segregate and do all the needful. It is a better question than earlier questions that you have done. We'll be continuing with more questions in next session.